5 scary campfire stories that will haunt your dreams. Number 5. The Hook. In a quiet town, a young couple, Mark and Sarah, went for a drive one night. They parked at a secluded spot and listened to music on the radio. Suddenly, a news report came on about an escaped mental patient with a hook for a hand. Sarah grew scared and begged Mark to take her home. As they drove away, they heard a strange scratching sound on the car door. Mark assured Sarah it was nothing, but when they arrived home, they found a bloody hook hanging from the door handle. Terrified, they called the police. The police searched the area but found no sign of the hook-handed man. Mark and Sarah were left shaken by the experience and never returned to that secluded spot. To this day, the legend of the hook-handed man haunts the town, serving as a cautionary tale for those who dare to park in dark, secluded places. Number 4. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. Late one night, a man named John was driving home when he saw a young woman hitchhiking. Feeling sorry for her, he offered her a ride. She got into the back seat and gave him an address. As they drove, John tried to make conversation, but the woman remained silent. When they arrived at the address, John turned around to talk to her, only to find she had vanished, leaving behind only her jacket on the seat. Confused, John went to the door of the house and knocked. An elderly woman answered and listened as John described the woman he had picked up. The elderly woman's face turned pale as she told John that her daughter had died years ago in a car accident on that very road. John was left bewildered by the experience, wondering if he had encountered a ghost or a figment of his imagination. The story of the vanishing hitchhiker spread throughout the town, becoming a cautionary tale for those who drive late at night. Number 3. Bloody Mary. At a sleepover, a group of friends decided to try the Bloody Mary legend. They turned off the lights and stood in front of a mirror, chanting Bloody Mary 13 times. At first, nothing happened, but as they chanted, they began to hear a faint, ghostly voice whispering their names. Suddenly, the room grew icy cold, and a figure appeared in the mirror, reaching out as if to grab them. Terrified, the friends screamed and turned on the lights, only to find themselves alone in the room. To this day, they swear they saw the ghostly figure of Bloody Mary in the mirror that night. The friends were too scared to ever try the Bloody Mary legend again. The experience left them shaken and questioning the existence of the supernatural. To this day, they avoid mirrors in the dark, fearing what might appear. Number 2. The Wendigo. A group of friends went camping in the wilderness and heard stories about the Wendigo, a creature from Native American folklore that possessed humans and drove them to cannibalism. They laughed at the stories until strange things started happening. One by one, the friends began to disappear, only to return days later, with no memory of where they had been or what they had done. The last friend to disappear was found days later, wandering the woods, with a vacant look in his eyes and a hunger that could not be satisfied. The friends were never the same after their encounter with the Wendigo. Some say they were driven mad by the experience, while others believe they were cursed by the spirit of the Wendigo. The story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk in the wilderness. Before we get to number 1, please make sure that you guys have liked and subscribed as it helps me out a lot. Number 1. The Licked Hand. A young girl named Lisa was home alone with her dog one night when she heard strange noises coming from downstairs. Scared, she reached her hand down to let her dog lick it for comfort. The licking continued throughout the night, and Lisa fell asleep. In the morning, she woke up to find her dog dead and a note written in blood on the mirror that read, "Humans can lick hands too." Horrified, Lisa realized that the licking she had felt during the night was not from her dog, but from someone or something else in the house. Lisa was traumatized by the experience and never felt safe in her home again. The story of the licked hand became a cautionary tale for children, warning them of the dangers that lurk in the darkness.